My friend gonna ask me why you ain't at the run club today. Cause I don't like running. I came there to meet someone, and now I've been running for a year. I've barely been on any dates. Everybody's clicked up, or they're really there to run. It's just me and my 10-minute pace, coming back every month, every couple weeks, running, leaving, going home. Some people are already in relationships. Like, why do I keep coming back to this? I don't like running as much as y'all. Like, I was here to meet a wife. I'm not here to actually run. And now I'm just coming here running and going home. Like, it ain't worth it for me.
I'm 53. It has been several years. Where are all the good men? I'm tired of being alone. I want to share my life with someone. I am just freaking tired. I want to be in love. I want to share my life with someone. I want to feel the joys. I want to have my hands held. I want to be held. I want to kiss. I want to support. I want to make coffee with that person. I want my person. I want my person. Why is it so hard to find your person? I'm tired.
I see a lot of good men struggle with relationships and finding good women. Usually it's because they gave up on dating, because people took them for granted, and now they don't believe it's possible. But I'm here to tell you that it is absolutely possible. You just have to change your mindset about it, and I can help you with that.
You know, a lot of times, these men, my God, they have to audition for no reason. Not doing it. Why do I have to audition for you? Why do I have to prove myself to you? But you never have to prove yourself to me. I mean, God dog, y'all want men to be leaders, but then you let them get all the way down the street and you never even give him any support. What CEO, what boss, in what company is going to be like, yeah, I'm going to carry this entire company on my back the entire way, and say, you know what, I don't need no help. I don't want no support. Which one? Nobody. Give that man some help.
Men who've realized they let a good woman go and regret it. What made you realize that? I came across this thread and here are the answers. One man says, the women that came after her. Another person says, this reminds me of the 80-20 rule discussed in the movie Why Did I Get Married? Very good movie, by the way. You have a woman that fulfills you 80% and you leave her for the woman that fulfills the remaining 20. Once the 80% woman is gone, you realize you're stuck with the 20% woman. Another man says, you convince yourself that there are more women like her out there, that what you did wasn't actually a mistake. You try to believe that time will heal how you feel, that eventually you'll forget how she made you feel and how she completely rocked your world. 3 years later, and she's still on my mind every single day. I've loved every woman different, but I loved her the best. Another person says, I realized with the next few women I dated after her couldn't even come close to what she was. Another person says, thought I could find someone better, and 35 years later, I was wrong.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
This is why I say never chase a man, never pursue, because if he's not willing to risk his ego to pursue you, he is not the one. If a man can't risk you shutting him down, he's not that interested, or he's not ready to be a king. Men that are ready to be that husband for you, they are very willing to sacrifice their ego. They're like a knight in shining armor. They live to serve you. They don't care if they get hurt in the process because they see you as so rewarding that it's worth the risk. How you can check his ego, number one, see how much he's pursuing.
And you got to understand, man, with the way that you out here talking, with the way that you out here acting, with the way that you out here thinking that you're just going to talk crazy to a man, treat a man like he's dirt, a man is not going to pursue that. There's no reason for him to. There's no reason for him to get up out of bed every morning, having a great day, might have had a great night with his friends, just to come up to you. You got an attitude, and the only way that attitude is going to leave is if you have more cowbell.
So, sister, I'm waiting until marriage to be nice to a man again because you're done, okay? I've had it. Not getting that anymore until we're married.
Instead of dating, why don't you just get a few hundred cats? Besides, any man that hears you say that, if you can't be pleasant before marriage, you're definitely not going to be pleasant afterwards. And if you can't even be nice to a man, that just emphasizes how much you don't value men to begin with, which, I mean, you made that clear in your video, but why would a man want to be with that? You can't expect somebody else to show up, be nice to you, and commit to you. Because let me guess, you expect that man to be nice to you before marriage, right? So he can't expect the same in return. Oh, this is a joke. It's not funny, though. It's never funny. This is just another one of those double standards that's clearly one-sided, and it's frustrating.
I've been with my husband for almost 20 years, and if you're a smart and ambitious woman, I really need you to hear this one piece of relationship advice. Never get with a man who is not smarter than you and or more ambitious than you. If his dreams and goals are not bigger than yours, get out now and save yourself the trouble. This type of dynamic in a relationship where the woman is the more successful breadwinner in the room, it rarely works out long term. Yes, your man may support you in the beginning, but it almost always ends up toxic. Because a man who can't run as fast as you will eventually start resenting your pace. Not only will he stop cheering for you, but he will actually start punishing you for your success because you remind him of everything he isn't doing. The worst part is you will start shrinking yourself to make him feel more comfortable, and unfortunately, I see this happen all the time. So here's your reminder, ladies, that we never shrink ourselves for anyone, especially a man, and you need to find someone who makes you believe that there's still room to grow. Thankfully, after all these years, my husband still makes me feel this way.
A lot of these men have realized that, unfortunately, for a lot of these modern women, it might seem like opting out is the best choice. Because when you look at how much stress you have to go through, modern women being inconsistent, just those two alone will have you saying, or, you know, kind of reconsidering and saying, well, maybe this is not the journey for me right now. Maybe I need to go build myself up. Maybe I need to focus on myself. Maybe I need to put a little bit more into who I am.
This is day 17 of 21 days of dating in real life to see if I can find a match off the apps. I went to an upscale party / fundraiser with my friends. It was hosted by 100 Black men of Atlanta, so needless to say, there was no shortage of them. And yes, before you ask, I am still seeing the man from my last post, and so far so good. But I am single, so I'm gonna act accordingly. There was no shortage of well-dressed men in the building, and somehow, someway, 2 of the men I tried to talk to were married, but at least they were upfront about it. A couple men I made eye contact with and chit-chatted, but it just didn't really go anywhere from there. A lot of men were just hanging out in groups, or they were with their partners. I probably could have tried a little harder to work the room, but it was hot, loud, and I was honestly tired of approaching men. There is only so much that I can do in just one night. We definitely had a time, and matter of fact, my friend had better luck than me. As always, let me know where you think I should go next.
Shot. Wait, this man is fine. Wait, guys, he's like so cute. Get out of the car? I can't get out of the car, bro. There's no way, but I'm gonna run. Okay, I'm giving it till 3:33. 3:33, okay? If he doesn't come out by then, we're moving on. He comes out with like an actual baby bottle and like a wife. Oh my God, he's coming, guys, he's coming. Oh my God, I'm gonna throw up. Excuse me. Excuse me. I never do this, but I thought you were cute. I don't know if you're like single or anything. You are? Do you have Instagram or something?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I'll just put my Instagram in yours. What are you shopping for?
Just like, well, I live kind of far.
Okay. What do you? I'm from Canada, but I'm here for like a week. So.
What are you doing for Halloween?
Ooh, we actually did a few parties on the weekend, but I don't know, just like some random stuff. Yeah. Staying with some friends.
What is it?
Here, I'll put it.
Canada?
Yeah, Canada. Do you know Toronto?
Oh, that's where
Oh yeah, we're playing you guys right now. Are you a Dodgers fan? That might be a red flag.
That might be a red flag.
Well, my name's Sarah.
Caesar.
Caesar, nice to meet you, Caesar. Well, have a good day. Bro, get me out of here. Oh, he just followed me. He's jacked. Guys, it was at 333. That's weird.
You know, men have decided it's easier to take a step back. It's easier to opt out rather than trying to hop into confusion rather than trying to force my way into a situation that, quite frankly, doesn't seem advantageous to me. It doesn't seem like it's going to go well. So I'm not going to sit up there and continue to be like, oh man, I got to get her. No, I don't. The alternative with me forcing myself into this space is I have somebody acting crazy with me, and I don't have time for that.
PSA to wives that do not understand why their husbands still play video games. No, he is not a child, and he is not avoiding responsibility. He is simply relaxing. For a lot of men, this is their version of therapy. Have you ever actually stopped and listened to the conversations? Yeah, some of it is joking around and some of it is trash talk. But in between that, you will hear, "Are you good, bro? How has life been, dude?" Or "How are you dealing with that?" That's how men check on each other. They don't always sit face to face and process feelings. They throw on a headset, load the game, and somewhere between rounds, life comes out. Now they can talk without awkward eye contact, without that weird pressure. He is safe. He's at home. What more do you want? He could be out at a bar somewhere. So if he works hard, provides, shows up for your family, and this is how he chooses to exhale, let him.
The masculine husband earns, the feminine wife, she spends. So let's unpack what this really means. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the healthy masculine gives, the healthy feminine receives. The healthy masculine leads, and the healthy feminine follows. The healthy masculine and the healthy feminine energy, they are equal. This is not a hierarchy, friends. If you have a leader, you must have a follower. If you have a follower, you must have a leader. The feminine wife is created to follow, not be dominated, not be controlled, but to have healthy leadership. Not because she can't lead herself, not because she's weak or a damsel in distress. It's because her preference, the feminine energetic preference, is to be unburdened, for her life to be easy, so she can flow into her creative and ideative states, can be inspiring and intuitive, creating and enjoying beauty in life, laughter and playfulness, providing nurturing and comfortable environments, creating cradles of love and acceptance, comfort and ease. The true essence of the feminine energy, she's not interested in hustling and grinding, earning and projecting, conquering and winning. That is antithetical to healthy feminine energy. Whereas the healthy masculine energy, we do want to win. We do want to earn. We do want to predict and project. We want to impact and influence the world with our power and strength, decisiveness, reliability, consistency, and confidence. The healthy masculine energy wants to earn and is never threatened by the fact that his wife was created to spend. All of this can be in equilibrium. There is trust and boundaries involved, budgets and healthy limitations. My wife Paige simply wants to know that she will be safe and secure and provided for, so she can be the woman she was crafted to become. No longer wants to be burdened, having to think about spreadsheets, grinding and hustling, sales projections, getting on sales calls. Simply wants to leverage the resources that I provide. This is healthy polarity.
And honestly, modern women be like, why am I not being asked out? It's because honestly, men are having, with a lot of these young ladies, men are having to ask. Men are having to beg for the bare minimum. I'm having to beg for softness. I'm having to beg for, you just showing some type of interest. I'm having to beg for you to say that you even like me. I'm having to beg for you to say thank you, while you expecting me to buy you all of these gifts and wine you and dine you and all that stuff.
I want you to call me more often. I can do that. Are you just saying that because that's what I want? Yes, but I want you to want to call me. I do want to. That's why I said, okay. If you already wanted to, why haven't you been calling me more now? I didn't know it was that important to you. So you don't really want to then. Listen, phone calls aren't that important to me. But I want you to feel good. I want you to feel happy. So I'm making the accommodation for you because I like you. What's complicated here? Because of movies and social media, I've developed the perspective that if I have to ask my partner for what I want, then we aren't a fit, because my partner should want all the same things that I want, and we should already know how to love each other in all the ways that we want to be loved. That would make for a romantic movie, wouldn't it? Yeah, my fave. Newsflash. That's not real life. To build the relationship that we want will sometimes require us to teach each other how you want to be treated. And the fact that you ask for what you want and I wanted to give it to you because I like you is a green flag, not a red one. Everything I've learned has been a lie.
Your partner in the relationship, like they don't notice your needs at all. Like if you were upset, you would have to have a flashing neon sign above your head that says, please pay attention to me. They just don't notice your needs. But yet maybe they people please outside of the relationship, like they're so nice to everybody else. Their family of origin, colleagues, coworkers, lit at work, are really good at church, whatever. But when it comes to you, you are the last person on the totem pole, and it drives you crazy because you're like, how can they give all their energy, all their effort, all their attention to someone else or something else like work, but they never have enough left over for me? That is a dismissive avoidant, my friend. I hate to break it to you, but they have dismissive avoidant attachment. I help people navigate these relationships every single day. If that's interesting to you, see me at my website, thelovedoc.com.
You know, a lot of these modern women don't really understand that it seems like in the dating market or, the way it's going, because you're asking, where are the good men at? How come I can't find a good man? Well, it seems like for a lot of these good men, they're stable. They're the stable men. These men are involved in their community, but you want excitement. You want somebody that is going to shock your system. You want somebody that's going to make you feel alive and send you to the moon for a night. Problem is, with that good man, he's going to take you to the moon. It might take a little bit longer to get there. You might not go straight up and come back down. See, what y'all like to do is get on these rides. Hey, make it quick for me. All the way up, all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. And y'all keep on chasing that high. Oh, yeah, this is too fast. Modern women are modern day drug dealers. Drug dealers of dating. Well, you have a lot of drug dealers who have talked about, man, I'm getting that fast money. I'm trying to work a stable job, but it's just not, the money ain't fast enough. And they go back out there and they start selling it again. Modern women are that same way. Oh, I can't do nothing with a good man, a stable man. I gotta go out there and get that fast attention. I gotta go out there and get that fast validation. I need somebody to give me right now. Chad and Tyrone give you exactly what you're looking for, but then you still sitting by yourself at Thanksgiving and Christmas. So what did you really gain?
I want you to just one day just like take me. Like that passion, you know what I mean? I don't want to pencil it in the calendar, like, when you have a break in between meetings and it's all planned. I want you to just grab me and take me and have me. That's what I want.
Like right now?
No, not right now. You gotta shower, you're stinky and gross. But you just need to know, bro. You need to know what I'm ready for and when I want you. Just do it.
So you want him to be a mind reader, but if he doesn't do it successfully, he's going to pay for it. I think that what is most frustrating for men in this type of situation is that they can see it as that they have all of the ingredients for something amazing. Like she wants it, she's interested in him, and obviously he wants it. He's interested in her. But for her, it's like everything has to be perfectly aligned, and then also he has to perfectly mind read. But for that man, he's thinking, why the heck does that matter? Why can't you just have some sort of system? Why can't you just hold up the yellow or green or red flags every day? And as the woman, you don't even need to say 2 words. You've just put out your signal and then he reads it clearly and then y'all get what you both want, which is perfect.
Men are supposed to be men and they're supposed to treat their women. They have a part to play. It's in the Bible. Like, what's going on?
Hold on. You want a man in the Bible, so that's a traditional man, correct?
Yeah.
But modern day women aren't traditional themselves. Why should he be traditional?
It's the generation that we're in. It's the generation that we're in. No.
You guys mentioned a bunch of traits that traditional men exhibit. Modern day women are not traditional. Are any of you guys virgins?
No.
Exactly.
Wait.
Hold on. No. Because if we're going to put the standard on men that you want them to pay bills and be masculine and protect you, whatever, let's go all the way.
Can you cook?
You guys cannot expect a traditional man while you absolve yourself of traditional feminine responsibilities, because that's a bad deal for the man.
Yeah, absolutely.
So none of you are virgins. Okay. How many of you are good cooks and have a recipe book or whatever it may be?
recipe book?
See,
No,
I
but
feel like it's different now.
Only the wife.
Just-
The wife does. Yeah, the wife does. The wife does.
I feel like that used to play a
Hold on,
part.
let me continue. Because if we're gonna like I said, if we're gonna and you'll be able to rebut this, but the point I'm trying to make is that women cannot hold men to traditional standards, not be traditional themselves, and then expect a man to pay full price for a depreciating asset. Because whether women want to accept it or not, the reason why men were traditional and chivalrous was because women were virgins. They were polite, they were feminine, they were submissive, and when you got a wife, she was a wife, not a boss babe, not a bitch, none of this stupidity that's going on. So what's happened is female liberation has given you guys the liberation you want. But with every action comes a reaction. Female liberation, guys realize they don't got to pay for the cow when they can get the milk for free. You guys created this.
Yeah.
So we got to take some accountability here. You can't complain about the state of men because men always acquiesce to the situation and adapt and innovate to get back.
And another thing that you also have to think about is, when you want a man to yearn, you want a man to, I understand you probably want that man to really show you that he likes you. But I don't see it as him like simping for me. And if that is simping, then that's what I want. I want a man to really like me. I want a man to really show that he likes me. There's other ways that man can show that he likes you versus him getting down on both knees, crying and snotting, licking all over your feet, sucking all over your toes and all that nonsense. There's other ways that he can do that. But that's what modern women want. They read that type of stuff in books. They look at that type of stuff on TV, and that's what they want. And men are realizing at some point in time, you're going to think because I yearned and I begged for you, that you're in a higher and a better position. Well, I can leave you. I don't need you. You can't leave me. No, I did that thinking that you would understand how much I really want you in my life. But now that you're going to throw that in my face, I think I'll get to packing. I'll be out by the night.
Someone asked me the other day, Miles, what dating apps should I use then that actually work? And I'll give them to you now. I do still think, though, that the first step is deleting the traditional Bumble, Tinder, Hinge, basically any apps that have zero community feel on them. That being said, I do think the first option, if you're looking for something really serious, is Breeze. Pretty new to New York City, definitely more for wife or husband, but very solid app. I've seen older family friends who have been having success on the app because people respond. It's just elevated. Number 2 is Circa. It's a mutuals-based dating app. Their whole motto is no strangers because all profiles are friends of friends. It's a little bit less serious than Breeze. It's more to like date and then see where your date goes as opposed to finding your wife or husband. But it's been working well for me and for a lot of people I know in the city. Then third, I've heard for sort of later in your 20s, 30s, that Cuffed is also decent. I haven't used it before, but that's a name that keeps popping up. But yeah, those are the 3. I'm gonna do a lot more on this moving forward.
Ladies, in 2025, beware these men that will say, I don't want a relationship, but act like y'all in a relationship, because those men can't wait to tell you when it's convenient that y'all not together. Here's the thing. I know we hang together. I know we have together. I know we go to family events together. I know we go on vacations together. I know we text and talk all night together. But when you catch me flirting with another girl, guess what the I'ma say? We ain't together. We ain't together. Why you tripping? I mean, I know we always together. We sleep together. We talk about our future together. But if you actually catch me doing wrong towards you, I'ma tell you, we not together. What I really mean to say is, we not together when it's inconvenient for me. We not together when I have to live to a standard. We not together when I can't live up to your expectations. But when it's convenient for me, we together. We together when we have an unprotected sex. We together when you're sacrificing for me. We together when it's time for me to enjoy your company and your wifely qualities. But don't get it f***ing twisted. We ain't together when it's time for me to fuck up though. When it's time for me to test the waters to see if I can do better, we not together. I can't wait to say that to you too. So ladies, if a man is ever telling you, I'm not looking for a relationship, but he's acting like he's in a relationship, it's because he's gonna enjoy y'all being together until it's time for him to conveniently tell you, y'all not together.
A woman in her 30s who doesn't have romantic love, it's like the greatest tragedy ever.
You know, poor Lisa never found romantic love, and now she's in her 40s and she has cats. What a tragedy. Guess what? Lisa's just fine. All of the research shows the following. Men need and benefit from relationships much more than women. Widows are happier after their husband dies. True. This is true. Women do live longer in relationships. They live 2 to 4 years longer. Men live 4 to 7 years longer. If a man hasn't cohabitated with a woman or been married by the time he's 30, there's a 1 in 3 chance he'll be a substitute. When women don't have a romantic relationship, oftentimes pour a lot of that energy back into their friend network and their professional lives. When men don't have a relationship, they pour a lot of that energy back into online content, nationalism, misogyny, anti-immigration. They start blaming other people for their problems. In my 20s, 30s, and even into my 40s, I didn't want to get married. I didn't want to have kids. Everything was about more. No matter how much money, I want more money. Just never quite sated. And the only time I have ever felt sated is when I'm with my boys and my partner and we're all on the couch, or I know they're safe, I know they're protected, I know they're loved. It's the only time I've ever had a moment where I thought, okay, I get it. This is it. This is enough. It is the most unexpected means of finding purpose and meaning in my life.
No alarms and no surprises. No alarms and no surprises. No alarms and no surprises, please.
There's a line or two I think we'd need to change. 'Cause Jack would probably make Jill carry that bucket up the hill. And the beast would say that beauty ain't his type. Romeo would tell Juliet that he just ain't ready yet. Well, honey, that's the story of my life. But I swear good men existed once upon a time.
All of these systems that have encouraged boys to develop and grow into men are really a thing of the past. Now they've been replaced by television, gaming, automation, passively watching sports, and other quality time activities. Guess what? I hate to break it to you, but it's not possible to divorce boys from a structured growth path towards an esteemed, socially responsible role and an understanding of themselves that develops through this template, and think that boys are just going to turn into wonderfully developed men. We have lost this template for boys becoming men. Having this template is to have a structured guidance about what it means to be an adult man, why you as a boy should want to and aspire to become a man, what's expected of you as a man, and precisely how you as a boy can become one.
You can't make this shit up.
To make a man happy versus how to make a woman happy. Let's go. How to make a man happy. Feed him, sleep with him, leave him alone for a bit. Done. He's in love. Now how to make a woman happy. Be her best friend, her therapist, her emotional support system, her life coach, her stylist, her tech support, her plumber, her electrician, her financial planner, travel agent, personal trainer, her nutritionist, her hype man, her peace, her excitement. Text her back immediately, but not too immediately. Listen. No, actually listen. Remember everything. Her favorite food, her coffee order, that one thing a coworker said to her in 2019. Be confident, but not too confident, funny, but not childish, strong, but emotionally available, busy, but always available. And after all that, you ask, what's wrong? She says, nothing. Congratulations, you've officially unlocked level 2.
Hey, did she not cook? I mean, come on now. She hit it right on the head, and this coming from a woman.
Men who've realized they let a good woman go and regret it, what made you realize that? I came across this thread and here are the answers. One man says, the women that came after her. Another person says, this reminds me of the 80-20 rule discussed in the movie Why Did I Get Married? Very good movie, by the way. You have a woman that fulfills you 80% and you leave her for the woman that fulfills the remaining 20. Once the 80% woman is gone, you realize you're stuck with the 20% woman. Another man says, you convince yourself that there are more women like her out there, that what you did wasn't actually a mistake. You try to believe that time will heal how you feel, that eventually you'll forget how she made you feel and how she completely rocked your world. 3 years later, and she's still on my mind every single day. I've loved every woman different, but I loved her the best. Another person says, I realized with the next few women I dated after her, couldn't even come close to what she was. Another person says, thought I could find someone better, and 35 years later, I was wrong.
No. Nobody hands up, yo.
At all. I was surprised when somebody told me, hey,
honestly,
it was very shocking.
I'm kind of confused. You guys sound like you're upset. You don't get
because
bum rushed
now
anymore.
Look, when we used to get touched, it was annoying.
You wanted to get bum rushed.
No, but you go into the complete opposite side. You need a balance. Don't touch me up disrespectfully.
Right.
But pull up on me. Pull up. You could have been like, just walk.
Pull up on me. Basically, they're saying they want the attention, but only from guys that they like. Remember, it's not the girl likes you. But in all seriousness, after the Me Too movement and the focus on SA, guys are afraid to approach women. Ultimately, this is what you guys wanted. That's why nowadays when you go to the club, you'll see all the women on the dance floor twerking on each other, and all the guys are either at the bar or standing on the wall somewhere. Men and women don't dance with each other no more. Not unless they came together. I'm gonna pray for you guys dating in 2025 because the way they change up the dating rules is crazy.
One of the things that women don't know is the things that are like they're high octane. There's things we can say to you. There's things that we can appreciate you for. There's ways that we can admire you that it'll fill you up for really long. It'll just keep feeding you and feeding you. And we're the opposite. Have you ever heard the joke, an elderly couple goes to a therapist and the therapist says, "Why are you here?" And the woman says, "He never tells me he loves me."
I haven't heard it, no.
And the therapist looks to the husband, he goes, "I told you I loved you the day I asked you to marry me. If I had changed my mind, I would let you know."
That's so good.
Yeah, there's just the assumption that we keep it, that we can hold it, that we'll remember it. Diffuse awareness, it's diffuse paying attention, it's diffuse disappearing. It's a diffuser. Right? So you can't say it too much.
Yeah. And I know this is what modern women like to say men are doing, but this is something that they're actually doing, is they have like a placeholder boyfriend where you'll continue to keep a decent man around, a good man around, as an emotional stabilizer, while you continue to shop around. Oh, I need a man to tell my problems to. I need a man to talk to about X, Y, and Z. Right? So you'll keep that man around while continuing to look for, he's nicer, and, he might not have the same emotional capacity, but it's good enough because he looks good. And then you'll throw that other man that's actually a good fit for you, or actually a good potential fit for you, to the side, right? And so you'll have this man and you'll hold on to him for, in some of these situations, years. But if, you kind of in a situationship with him is which I'll be defining it as, keep him around for 6-7 months, you still have your hinge active, right? I still got my hinge active. And when he asked me about what's going on, or, I really didn't know that you wanted me to be more than friends, when that man has talked to you about being exclusive multiple times. So now that and men will have this conversation with a woman multiple times. So now that we've had this conversation, I would expect that your hinge is deactivated. I would expect that you're not over here looking for options, talking about I'm unsure. He's not really, and that's not really even dating at that point in time. Well, I just need a roster. I just want a man to continue to audition while I look for something else. Oh, he's just a safety pick. Y'all keep on playing these games, man. Y'all keep on thinking y'all can keep on rotating these good men, these decent men in and out. Okay. I heard, I didn't actually watch the video, but I was looking at Pearl talk about Alex Cooper and how she actually got married to some, I guess he's conservative. I wasn't sure. I just looked at the title. I didn't really actually even watch the video. And if that's the case, she was saying, well, there's always going to be somebody. Yeah, maybe so. And you would hope that with all of that nonsense that Alex Cooper, from the few clips that I've heard her talking, you would hope that a lot of that nonsense dies down and she just go on, start acting right and stop acting silly. But a lot of these modern women don't. They get with these men and they think, okay, I'm just going to continue to do what I was doing. I'm going to continue to act like I'm acting, talk like I'm talking, and nothing's going to change until that man gets tired of it. That man stopped responding. Well, I just had to divorce him because, he wasn't the same man that I met. He didn't really seem like he was responding to me anymore. Yeah, because you kept acting silly. You decided to pick that man decided to pick you, and you decided while he was making changes, I'm not going to make any changes. He needs to love me for me. Okay. All right. Don't you worry about it. This ain't got nothing to do with a gender war. This got everything to do with how you're going to live your life and the consequences and the decisions you're going to continue to make, and it's going to be in your best interest. And you're going to ruin that for yourself. Then you're going to be back online, and even though you might be able to spin the narrative and whatever you want to say, whatever happened, it's going to come down to when I'm at my house by myself. Nice house, pretty much get anything that I want. But I would like a husband, and I fumbled. Dang, why did I do that?